What if I told you the most powerful tech company in the world didn't start in Silicon Valley, didn't have billions, and almost got crushed before it ever became famous? Two young guys, one tiny idea, and a decision that changed how every human on Earth uses a computer. This is not just the story of Microsoft. This is the story of how Microsoft quietly took control of the digital world, and how one deal made a billionaire before he turned 30. Do you struggle to speak English confidently? In this video, you will learn simple phrases you can use every day. Welcome to Fluent Mind English. Microsoft did not start as a giant. It started as an idea. A very small idea inside the mind of a very young boy. His name was Bill Gates, and he was not normal. While others were playing, he was thinking. Thinking about computers. Obsessed with them. Day and night. Code after code after code. No sleep, no balance, just focus. And beside him was his friend, Paul Allen. Older, calmer, but just as obsessed. Two minds, one vision. A vision that sounded crazy. One day, every home will have a computer. At that time, that idea was ridiculous. Computers were huge, expensive, locked inside companies and governments. Normal people had no access, no chance, no reason to even think about them. But Bill saw the future before anyone else. And then, everything changed. A small machine appeared. The Altair 8800. Not powerful, not easy, but different. Personal. For the first time, a computer could belong to one person. Bill saw it, and immediately he knew. This was the moment. But there was a problem. The machine was useless. No software, no system, nothing to make it work properly. So they did something bold, very bold. They called the company and said, "We already built the software." But they didn't, not even one line. It was a risk, a big one, but they believed they could do it. And now, they had no choice. Days passed. No sleep, no rest, just pressure, just coding. Mistakes, fixes, again, again, again. Until finally, it worked. That moment changed everything. That moment was the beginning of Microsoft. No money, no investors, just belief and risk. And from there, they started growing, slowly, quietly, but smart. They didn't build computers. They built what computers needed. Software. The brain behind the machine. And then came the deal. The deal that changed history. A giant company, IBM, wanted to enter the computer market. They needed an operating system. So they came to Microsoft. But here's the truth. Microsoft didn't have one. Again, a moment of decision. Say no, or take the risk. Bill Gates chose risk. He said yes, even without a product. Then moved fast, very fast. He found an existing system, bought it, improved it, delivered it. Done. But here is the genius part. He didn't give it away. He kept the rights. That one decision made him powerful. Because IBM became huge. And every computer needed that system. And every time someone bought a computer, Microsoft got paid. Again, and again, and again. That system spread everywhere. Homes, offices, schools, everywhere. Microsoft was no longer small. It was becoming unstoppable. But they didn't stop. They evolved. They improved. They made things easier, more visual, more human. They created Windows. At first, people ignored it. Too slow, too weak, not impressive. But Microsoft kept going. Version after version. Improving, fixing, building. Until one day, everything changed. Windows became standard. Almost every computer used it. And just like that, Microsoft took over the world. Not loudly, not suddenly, but quietly. System by system, screen by screen, user by user. And Bill Gates became the richest man on Earth. Not by building hardware, but by controlling what made it work. That is the real lesson. You don't always win by building the product. Sometimes you win by controlling the system. But power comes with pressure. Microsoft became too big, too dominant. Governments started watching. Accusations came. Monopoly, control, too much power. Lawsuits, tension, risk again. For the first time, Microsoft looked weak. But not for long. They adapted, shifted, changed direction. From computers to the internet, from software to the cloud, from past to future. And today, Microsoft is still here, still powerful, still leading. From a small room to the entire world, from a risky lie to a global empire. And it all started with belief and one simple idea, that computers would be everywhere. And they were right. Practice every day, and your English will improve. Subscribe for more simple English lessons.